Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Jack Vader here, and by my side, as always, my main man, Mando.
Hey, everybody.
How's everything, brother?
Really good.
Okay, so we haven't done a video in a couple of weeks now. We've been super busy. I have been, however, doing a lot of shorts. So what that is, that's just me letting you guys know that I'm always thinking about you, and I'm always trying to put something out even when I'm super busy. So it gives me a chance to go through all these crazy fonts and all these sabers that I have that I never really had a chance to even really go through and see, because I always just leave it on the main font. So what do we got tonight?
Today we got a new saber.
Got a new saber. Okay, so we got a saber from Vader Sabers. I got this about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks, and I haven't had a chance to dive into it all the way. So tonight's the night. Okay, before we get into that, I'd like to reach out to everybody that I've been talking to all week and say thank you. And that is the Golden Gamer. I seem to be turning around every few seconds and answering one of your questions or comments on YouTube. Good to have you. Jamal, same thing with you. You're all over the place. How Alice Bisky, and of course, the Count Dooku. Okay, so before we get into the saber, I want to go over the accessories. So ordered this from Vader Sabers. They shipped it right out. So they had them pre-made, and you got your standard, what I like to call your lightsaber hitman case. Inside, you got a couple of cards which has the instructions. I wrote down the ones that I need on this big piece of paper because these are kind of hard to read. And you got your Allen key. You got what I like to call the wood shop grade stand, collector stand, and you got the blade plug that I'll never use because once I put the blade in, they just don't come out.
Yep.
Okay, so let's get on to it. Let's start off with this thing, the way it looks. So right off the bat, guys, this thing looks fantastic. I ordered this weathered, okay? So wanted to give it to like an accurate movie look and accurate movie feel. And they did a fantastic job. This thing looks rusted, it looks beat up, and it's brand new. So thing looks fantastic. So right off the bat, I was impressed. Okay, now one thing I'm gonna let you guys know, the sound, okay? You're gonna hear, like, it sounds muffled, and that's because it is. Okay, and let me show you why. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the back of that hilt. There's no slits cut into this thing. Okay, so that to me is a little disappointing. I'm gonna have to modify this somehow to get that sound to come out because it just sounds muffled. It sounds like a speaker inside of a can or something. Okay, so with that said, let's get on to the features. Go ahead and grab that blade there. Ignite your bad boy. Okay, so gonna go through the features that comes with this dv6, which is the Return of the Jedi hilt. This is a proffie board. Okay, something I learned about proffie, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on because it wasn't really explained to me. The proffie boards, they're really hard to program for, okay? And if you don't know what you're doing, it's not happening. So unless you have that skill set or you know somebody that has that skill set, you're stuck with what's on your board. And I'll be honest with you, this is less than impressive than what came here. There's only one or two ignitions that are really cool, like the cool proffie ignitions I've been doing all week. And the rest are just standard stuff that you can get on a neopixel board. That's no fault to them, I guess, because you're able to reprogram it, but I got to go through all that trouble. So I'm just going to pass that on to you guys. If you're like me and you just want to buy it as is, you might want to consider just getting a neopixel board with these guys or something different. Okay, so let's get on to some of the other features. So let's do the clash. All right, looks great, sounds great. Let's do a lockup. Ready? All right, that's going to be your lockup. Looks great, sounds great. It's got all your standard features that you would normally assume. I'm going to do the tip drag. I have to point this thing down to get the tip drag. I'm going to show it to you. So it's got the tip drag, and you can go through all that as well.
Under the table.
And yeah, I got burned through the table, right? And let me do the lightning. So the lightning is double tap and hold. All right, so that does look good. Okay, so that's something you're gonna get on a proffie board. You're not gonna get on a neopixel board right there. Okay. So it also has what you call a force effect. So for the force effect, you got to hold it flat and do a twist with the motion.
Star Killer.
The dog's side. Okay. So there's that, and then point it. Yeah, that's it. And then there's one where you point up and do the same thing. And it's going to go through some fonts and does a little force effect. That's something you can get on a proffie board. You can't get on a neopixel board. Okay. And then of course the blast to deflect. And that's going to be all your standard features. Okay. So with that said, I'm going to going to go through some fonts, and this is where like they kind of just let me down on this saber. Okay, already I'm dealing with that issue where it's not going to be that loud. Then on top of that, it's muffled, and then on top of that, they're not going to put a bunch of fonts on there for me. So not favorable on that. So let's see what they put. Okay, so you got like a Kylo Ren blade, and this is one of the better ones. Okay, you're going to see like the difference in color. It looks like a flame.
Like at first it's orange at the bottom and red at the top.
Exactly. Okay, so that one looks pretty cool. See how it ignited like that. So I mean, you're gonna have some stuff like that. Rogue Commander. Let's see what that's about. I don't even know what that's about. But let's try to change the color on that. So to do the color change mode, you got to point it down and do a half twist. It'll say its color wheel is activated, and it's actually a pretty easy menu to get into. Like the one with the Imperial Workshop, they're kind of tough. So let's turn it to...
That's good.
Once you want to pick your color, you press the color selected. It sounds like a battle droid
Yeah,
talking.
I was just about to say that.
I was about to say that, wasn't you? 'Cause we were just watching that on the... we're watching Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Okay. So after this, we're about to play some Jedi Survivor. So
I know, it's been
so
really
so
good
he's
so
all
far.
excited about that. So we're trying to get through this real quick.
We're still on Kobo so far.
All right.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
I do not know that is.
That's going to be a Kenobi.
That's Kenobi?
Kenobi. Yeah, that was Kenobi. That's Kenobi saying that. So I'm assuming that's Kenobi. Okay. Now you're going to notice like we're going through these fonts, and this is a proffie board, and there's all these cool things that you could have on there, but this is what we're getting. You know, it's like it's the same font over and over. It's a different variation of a red or a blue font.
It could kind of be like Anakin's, but all of the when you swing it does like the candy cane thing, but no.
It does that on some of them when you turn it off. It's kind of. This is actually a cooler ignition here. This is say it starts off and it changes color. So this one's cool. Okay. I just wish there was more stuff like this, and this is really cool. And another thing that really bugged me about this one, and I forgot to mention it earlier, was the motion controls were turned off. So when I get it out of the box, I couldn't figure it out. None of the motion controls work except for the color menu. Okay, so I know like it does have motion controls, and I contacted the company. They're like, well, we turned them off because they were damaging on the flights on the transit. So I don't know. That's the first I've ever heard that. So to turn it on, they give you a bunch of stuff to program into the file, and you got to, like I said, you have to know what you're doing with the proffie board. So I'm not going to have motion sensors to turn off or on my lightsaber until I get it all looked at. So that's just another thing that you're going to have to deal with. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep moving on these fonts.
Fulfill your destiny.
Look, it's another blue blade. Just going to fly through these because there's not much to really write home about on these fonts. Look, another red blade.
What's his name? Talfalcas.
Is that Telemalikos?
I will be working much more.
Like Maul.
Who's Maul? Okay, so again, another red blade. So you see what I'm saying? It's going to get monotonous to the point where it's like, you know, you're getting the proffie board, so you're just hoping it's going to have that on there. And it's probably my fault because I didn't read or anything. So you're just assuming they're going to put it on there. You could ask questions, and I didn't. I just assumed. But I got it because it did look so good. You know, they did offer that. And like I said, I can fix all that. It's just another step that I got to take that I just didn't feel like I wanted to do. You know.
Extension. Again, it sounds like a droid.
So a standard green blade. You know, I mean, these are all blades and these are all fonts you can get on a neopixel board. You know, except for the few that I'm pointing out. You know what I mean?
The dark sword.
That's going to be Mando's
Yeah,
font.
that's really flashy.
Yeah, that looked good because it was a Xeno
you
board. So
swing it, it
yeah,
flicks.
it did a little flicker. That was pretty cool.
All the Jedi. Oh, it's right.
That's going to be Rey. So
That's good.
that actually sounds pretty good. You know, I was not a fan of the yellow blade, but you know, it does sound pretty good.
Kylo.
This is Kylo Ren easily And that really looks good, man. So you know, this is one of the better fonts, and it sounds good too. So yeah, that looked really good too.
What?
That's going to be the battery level indicator. So I triple clicked it by accident.
What was the blue thing?
That was the battery level indicator.
Oh.
Okay, so.
Oh, again.
Oh, that's because we're at the end, so you have to go back the other way.
Oh.
So that will be all the fonts on this bad boy. So. Yes, now you have to go back the other way. So that's how that works. And another thing with this one is if you do change the color of the font, it doesn't save it. Like you come back, I mean, you can literally scroll out and scroll right back, and it's going to go back to the original color. So there's that to deal with. Other than that, pretty good little saber. It looks really good. I'm probably just going to use it for largely display until I can get the proffie board reprogrammed. So if there's any questions, you guys always know you can hit me back. I wish I could have done something on May the 4th, guys. I was super busy. This was my first chance to get back on here, so I tried to get out there and do it on my Instagram to wish you guys a happy 4th. So with that said, Mando, you want to take us out tonight?
Sure. Everybody may the force be with you.
And I hope you have a good night.